Welcome to another connection here on TKO8 Television. Dennis King, thanks for joining us this week in Studio B as we bring you a connection show which connects us with you and organizations with you, and we have a different group each week, actually two different groups each week. We take about half of a 30-minute show for each one of the groups to explain what they do and how they may benefit you out in our viewing area. We do appreciate it. Lots of great organizations come into our show here, and we've had so many through the years. We do appreciate all of them. Today we're going to have kind of two different entities with us. The first group's going to be talking about some things coming up for the holiday season. The second group's going to talk about foster care. So stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
Go ahead, say it. It's a dirty job. Somebody's got to do it. That somebody's me. I'm Bruce Lovelace, better known as Little Bruce from the Roof, at your service.
That was over 20 years ago. The hat has changed, but we still provide the same great service. We not only clean chimneys, we do dryer vents, gutters, and handyman jobs.
Little Bruce on the Roof Chimney Services. Call 870-688-3389 and let Bruce come to you. That's Little Bruce on the Roof. Call 870-688-3389.
Call me.
A hint of autumn is in the air, and the staff at Sisters Flower and Gift Shop invite you to stop in and browse their selection of new fall and holiday gift ideas. Check out their new line of organic grow kits, including basil, thyme, sage, rosemary, and many more. For you Razorback fans, Sisters has a large assortment of mugs, trays, banners, clothing items, and accessories. From fall and holiday floral arrangements, unique centerpieces, colorful wall decor, or exquisite serving pieces, Sisters has just the right item for any occasion. Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. We are so much more than flowers.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television, and our first guest in the studio today is going to talk about an event coming up for the holiday season. Boy, it doesn't seem like it's time to talk about the holiday season. Vanessa Lazarus. Want to make sure I get it right. And Lyle Hunt. Yours is easy, Lyle, so I don't have a problem. Both of you here to talk about, I guess, what, fourth year that you've done?
Yes.
Is this the fourth year?
Right, that's right.
It's called the Holiday Marketplace, but it's also known as Skills from the Hills if you go to their Facebook page, and it has a lot to do with skills of different people bringing things in to the marketplace, I'm sure, is why they came up with this. Was that a pretty good answer?
Excellent. That's just exactly right.
I just made that up.
You did good.
Okay, so you do this each year, and it's an event where you have lots of arts and crafts and all types of things. You do it at the Duran Center. I guess you've always had it down to Duran Center.
That's right.
And this year, what's your dates on the event?
It'll be Saturday, November 12th.
Saturday, November 12th from
9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
9 to 5, and it's in the main the
main
Duran
rooms.
Center in the main area there. Give me a little overview of kind of why you started doing this and what you do and so forth.
We have different craft groups in the city, and we were in a crafting group, and we just realized we have so much fantastic talent here. Why don't we share it with the community, get the community involved, get a place where we can all get together and share ideas and just have a great time. So we started having the fairs. It's a good way to get the community out there and buy some good quality items, see what your friends are doing, and it's good for everybody to buy local.
It is. About how many people are involved in, if this is kind of a crafts group, about how many people do you have involved?
Just this week in our group, we have broken the 1,000 member mark.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Wow.
So we're real excited about that. We usually have about 80 vendors at our fairs in our holiday fair. And it's so hard. We have hundreds of visitors and shoppers, but people ask how many people show up. We don't know because there's so many doors, people going in and out of all the doors there, and it's just so hard. But we've had really good crowds, and our vendors have been really pleased.
So the booths that are set up, these vendors showing their wares, so to speak, is most of this stuff, is it locally made stuff, or
Yes.
do you have any coming in from other places?
Most of it is local, handmade, art, home decor, house and garden items, children's clothing, a lot of fashion accessories, home this time of year, we have a lot of holiday decor and ornaments and things to decorate for the holidays. We do have some other people, they're local people, that are suppliers of things like Mary Kay, different types of bath and body care products. So we allow them to, because they are promoting their local skill.
Okay. So the guy in red next to you, what is his whole what's his whole purpose of being there? I mean, can't be talking about Christmas, can we?
Oh, we certainly can. Santa's very proud to be at Skills of the Hills, and we have a lot of fun walking around talking to people. We also have Cindy Henley, I believe her name is, that takes photos. Santa sits there, and the little kids come and sit on his lap, and they can get the photos. I believe they're $5. She also can mail them out. She's got a dozen different ways that she can do it. A lot of them we just sit there, and then we have our craft booth, and we make ornaments. And Vanessa and I have had a lot of fun over the years. This is I believe our 4th year with her doing Santa.
So you actually make ornaments yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, do you make those at the North Pole, or you keep those local? She said all this was local.
I'm stationed here in Harrison.
Oh, okay.
The big Santa in the North Pole, he tells us where we have to go and how we have to do it.
Gotcha.
So he's placed me down in Harrison since '02.
Okay.
And we did the sleighs and the rides and the parades for Harrison. And most of all, we have a good time at the craft fairs.
Okay. You've got some ornaments, I think, in your bag there. Just if you can kind of hold them up where they can see them there.
There's one that my wife, Mrs. Claus, designed. I did the word turning on it, and she came up with it. We also have our light bulbs, and these will all be displayed at her show also, in different colors.
Oh.
The egg shapes.
Here's your rolling pin.
Snowman. And we did one here. She did it. Oh, she's got them all tangled up here.
That's okay. You can just, there you go.
There we go.
Kind of a double ornament there.
And then I came up with one, and I was talking about it, and it's a miniature rolling pin.
Oh, wow.
Cute.
Boy, I tell you what, I can remember a time when I wish my wife had one about that small, because the one she got after me with, a whole lot bigger than that.
I make them bigger than that too, but I only sell these here little ones because they're a tree ornament.
I think he needs a special order.
Yeah.
So
Well, I can make a special one.
That's okay. We'll go with the smaller ones. I think
they don't hurt as bad.
It won't hurt near as bad. Well, those are nice, original.
And then we have the cedar ornaments that we've always had. And my wife has done. Mrs. Claus is always doing artistic painting on things. So
very good. Very good.
It's really a good time. And we've had people come up and ask if we're going to be there. Oh yes, we'll be at Vanessa's show, without a doubt.
Cool. Vanessa, as far as let's talk a little bit about fees and cost and so forth. Is there any admission? Is there admission to get in, or is it free of charge?
Free admission, free parking. It's great for the community. We don't do this to make money. We just do it to share the people's skills with the community and to provide a good quality merchandise that they can use. And we will have Mark Garner from Townhouse Cafe will be having a food tent outside, so he'll have a lot of yummy sandwiches and burgers out there for people to come by and get.
Food.
Yeah,
yes, yummy.
Good. Fat and Santo.
the what? I'm sorry.
That Fat and Santo.
Yeah, Fat and Santo. Okay, what about if somebody's watching the show, and I guess if they're not a member of your group, or so if I had some crafts I wanted to show, what would I do? How would I go about it?
Right. You can, if you're on Facebook, you can go to Skills from the Hills. We have an event page also called Skills from the Hills Craft Fairs.
Okay.
And we also have a website, skillsfromthehills.com. Okay. So out of one of those places, find us, send us a message, and we will get back to you. We have an application. If you want to be a vendor, we have an application that's online that can be downloaded. So just call. We have 3 admins right now to help take care of everybody.
So it is if somebody wants to have a booth, or people that have a booth, do they pay a fee for the booth? Because I'm sure you have to pay the college.
Right. Yes, we have to pay for the rooms, and there's a lot of expenses associated with that. So we have single tables starting at $10, which is very doable for just about anybody, and we go up to 8x12 booths for $55.
Okay, so you got different sizes.
Right.
And I'm assuming if they need power, you got power.
We got it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What else do we need? Well, I'm sure that many vendors there, and it's a family-oriented thing.
Right.
What other activities do you have? I mean, how am I going to keep my little one from running around picking up those ornaments?
That's the man right there. He keeps the kids busy.
Walking around, talking to people, the vendors.
The kids follow him around.
Okay.
We have a very wonderful time, and we have a lot of the kids come up, and they'll want to walk with me to see the vendors, and then Cindy Lou will come and holler over the mic that Santa, you're needed up on the stage to have photos again.
They'll be lined up.
They'll be lined up over there, and we're always around there.
Okay.
We're talking to vendors and the people.
Don't you have another?
Oh, we do.
Else going?
I'm so excited about this. Amy Briggs from the Briggs School of Music is bringing her string orchestra, and they've been in rehearsals for the last couple of weeks, the kids, and they are, she said they're very excited about performing, and we are going to be real excited to see them. So we'll have a space in the middle of the room. Well, they will be performing off and on between 10 o'clock and noon.
Okay.
So we will have the live entertainment from the School of Music String Orchestra.
Let's see. We got about 2 minutes or so. Are you having another craft show?
We're having a craft show at First Lutheran Church on the 4th and 5th of December, or November, excuse me. And the rental tables are $10 a space, and we provided the tables until we run out. And that money goes toward the backpack program at the church that feeds the kids every Thursday and Friday. So we're kind of excited about that to help feed the hungry in Harrison.
That's a good program. Yeah, the backpack program is an excellent program. There's a lot of kids that need help. Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, sounds like a lot of fun. Obviously, this is the 4th year. If you haven't been down there, I must say I've been there, and they have some really nice vendors showing up with all kinds of crafts. We're real fortunate here in the Harrison and surrounding areas. We have a lot of crafty people, and we do have a lot of people who do handmade all different things, from paintings to craft items and so forth. This is a great way to go do a little extra shopping before the holidays actually start. Perfect timing as far as buying Christmas presents and so forth. And hopefully it'll be another big success. I know you have a good crowd, I've seen them and been down there, so you have a good group. And I know Santa does a lot of entertaining of the kids, and they like to, and they need to bring that list and check it twice, I guess, right?
I've got the list.
He knows.
I've got the list, but unfortunately, I don't have any on the bad list.
You don't have any on the bad
list? I don't have any on the bad list.
Good for you.
This year, so far.
So the good list is filling up. The bad list right now is at 0.
The bad list is at 0. The good list, I have a hard time carrying that list. It is a long list.
Sounds like it is. Well, thank you both for coming in. Santa, thanks for coming in. And
my pleasure.
If you don't mind, go ahead and scribble my name on that good list, because I know I haven't done anything bad.
We got you on that list.
Got me down. Well, that's good. Vanessa, thanks for contacting us. And
thank you.
Good luck with the show this year. Good luck with Santa and all the groups down there. And it sounded like a lot of fun. Don't forget about the dates. Let me make sure I got it here. It is November the 12th, and from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. be right here in downtown Harrison at the Durand Center. You can't miss it. They'll have food vendor outside, and then lots of vendors inside to go around and do some shopping and get some early Christmas gifts for those people that you got on that list of yours. Thank you both for coming in. Good luck with your show.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for the first half of our program. Stay with us. We have a young man that's going to talk about foster care in our area. On Connection.
We all need the help of a pharmacy from time to time. Sullivan Pharmacy would like to thank all their customers for supporting them as an independent local pharmacy. When you trade with an independent pharmacy, you deal with an owner that supports the local economy and charities. Visit Sullivan Pharmacy for any of your over-the-counter or prescription needs. It's important to keep helping those that help the community. Sullivan Pharmacy, 731 Main Street, Harrison, serving this area since 1965.
Many things have changed over the years, and so has auto body repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence. Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Thanks for joining us on the show this week. We do appreciate it. Each Monday we do a new show and have different groups and organizations come into our studio here, and we do appreciate all the great organizations we have. On the show for us today to talk about something very important. A lot of people maybe don't understand the importance of this. Bobby Ingalls is going to talk about therapeutic foster care, if I got that right.
Yes, sir.
Bobby, thanks for coming on the show today. They are a part of Health Resources of Arkansas. How do you fund? How is it funded? Most of those are government.
Before I answer that, I'm going to let you know. My father and my mother say hi.
Well, thank you.
They love
Appreciate
you. You know
that.
that.
You bet. Haven't seen them in a while. Good.
We actually were funded through a state contract with DCFS, and we do work closely with them, but we're kind of our own entity.
Okay. So you're part of it, but you do your own thing, so to speak.
A lot of there's a DHS handles most regular foster care.
Mm-hmm.
We have a contract with HRA and DCFS. We handle the therapeutic foster care, which is a totally separate thing. Okay,
and I guess that's what we need to talk about a little bit, because I know foster care, there's several entities, I guess, that the Call is one of them, and we've had them on our show before. But maybe kind of explain the difference, Bobby, if you would, just a little bit for them.
More than happy to. The difference, foster care, you got to understand, the kids going into any kind of foster care, therapeutic foster care, regular foster care, they've been through some kind of trauma. And regular foster care is trying to find an immediate home for them, and so they can immediately be placed. Therapeutic foster care, we get more time to focus on their treatment, to match them with the best parents, the best foster parents, the best house, and we can go through their treatment with the foster parents, so they're ready. They kind of have an idea of what the child is, what kind of treatment the child needs, what kind of help they can help them with. And so it's more of a team. There's a team of people around that one child, and it gives us more time to work with them.
Okay. So obviously you're always looking for parents for the foster children. Some people say, well, I just don't have the time. I just don't have time to put in. What are we talking about? I know there's got to be a training process and so forth, but how much time, if somebody was watching the show and they said, well, I'd like to get involved, so what would be involved in that?
Well, there is a training process. It is. You got background checks, home visits. Sure. We do home studies, and you do have to have some training. But it is not as bad as what most people think. We do have new parents that come in, and at first it's like any job, really. It can be kind of scary and overwhelming, but with the proper training that is provided by Cindy and the many others that work at HRA, we get them ready. And I'm just going to tell you, I've been doing this for a while, and the therapeutic foster parents we have are some of the most professional, family-oriented people. They really, and they're good Southern people, and like we were raised. Mm-hmm. Their family's a big thing to them. And one thing that, as hectic as the schedule might be from time to time, every one of the parents are happy to do it because they're family.
Mm-hmm. I was looking here at some of the notes that you had sent to me here, and for those of you thinking, you got about 30 hours of service to complete. Mm-hmm. Is that what I think is what it says here. If you had a foster child under your umbrella, so to speak, as a parent, the foster child goes into the home and stays, right?
Yes.
Okay, then do you also have them, do they come back into to your facility with the parents at certain times, or do you go out to the home, or how does that work?
Well, I'm one of the fortunate ones. I get to actually go about once a week, every 2 weeks, and to the foster homes and spend about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour with the child, with the family, I'm there for the treatment. And just to see how the child is doing, to work with them on their coping skills, and to work with the parents. Like I said, it's not regular fostering. Therapeutic, there's a lot of support. I get my foster parents have my cell phone number, and they know they can call me at any time, day or night, and I'm going to help them through any kind of crisis they have. And it's something I really like doing and giving them the support they need.
Once you get started as a foster parent under your program, is there a length of time contract, or where does it start and finish, or does it hopefully finish with an adoption, maybe even down the road?
Well, to be honest with you, that's one thing I'm very proud of. We've actually had 4 adoptions this year alone from our TFC program, and from our own therapeutic foster parents adopting the kids that came in their home. You can, after you get done with the classes and stuff, you can actually become and stay one. I've got parents that have done it for 10 years. Mm-hmm. And there's been parents that have done it for a year, and they adopted a child and then they quit. But it's there for as long as you want it to be a parent and to provide that service.
Under your program, is it a hopeful or a reasonable thought that perhaps these children may go back to their original parents, or does that normally not happen? How do you see that?
Well, that is all determined with the court. We really don't have a say in it.
Right.
We always hope for the best that they can go back and be with their biological parents and everything work out great. What the therapeutic foster parents, what they do, like I said, the kids are coming from a very traumatic past, and they're showing them stability, they're showing them structure, they're showing them what a loving, caring home is, and because that can be a scary thing for an adult, let alone for a child, and they show them that life, and they help them transition back into their biological home, or they help them transition into adoptive home. Okay. But their job is to get them ready and show them what it's like to have a loving, caring home.
Yeah. I would think it would be very difficult if you were a therapeutic foster parent out there for a child or children. I'm assuming you could do multiples. If they've been with you for a year or 2 years or 3, whatever, but maybe you can't afford to adopt them, or for some personal reasons you can't really go through the adoptive process. So at some point they need to relinquish them and let them move on. That's got to be tough.
It is. It is very tough. But no training can help you for that. That is one reason I'm here today. Mm-hmm. Is because the kids I work with, the foster families parents I work with, they've become like family of my own, and I'm with them once a week. I couldn't imagine a foster parent going through that for 7 days a week throughout the entire year.
Right.
But that is something they have to keep and think of,
right.
And that's why we do have a lot of adoptions from our parents. And we limit to either 1 to 2 kids in the home.
Okay.
It's not multiples. We're never. We work really close with the families, so we don't give them too much.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to make their home where it's a burden. It's something they're supposed to help with the children, and I've seen it firsthand. It can be hard, but the whole goal is to transition the kids into a loving home, whether it be their home or someone else's home. Right. And that right there is a big enough reward for anybody.
Bobby, the children that are referred to you, I'm assuming come from different, or you got DHS, obviously. Is that where you get most of the how do you find these children? How do they get to you?
DHS, they do. Like with our contract through DHS now, like I said, we have a contract with them, but we're our own entity.
Okay.
But we do get referrals through DHS, and we work really close with the families with DHS, and they come from all over the state. They really do. And that's one thing I really like is it's Arkansas based. It's out of Arkansas. It's other Arkansans helping other Arkansans, and that's the way it should be. Helping each other, helping our neighbors.
Sure.
So,
is there, if somebody was looking at this, is there any financial help for these foster parents as far as, I mean, that's an expensive venture that they're taking on.
It is, and there is financial help. That's one thing also about the therapeutic foster care program is that we do have the budget to help, and we do the therapeutic foster parents. They are paid for their service, just like any other job, but it's not a job. But we want the kids and the parents and the family to be able to do the things that the kids should be out doing, to go places, to have the things. So yes, they do have the financial backing and support from our program.
Okay. Now, in your facility here, which is in Boone County, do you take from other counties, or do they have units like yourself placed in other counties? I mean, are you Boone County basically?
We're Boone, and we do work with Newton. We have some families in Newton County.
Okay.
We mainly stay in Boone and Newton County, and we could always use more parents, more good people.
Okay.
And we want to stay local.
That's good. At any given time, do you have more kids than parents, or vice versa? I'm assuming that the parent side of it's always going to be the downside of it. That
yes,
you really always
that there is always going to be more kids than there is parents. That's why I'm here. That's why I want more parents. I want to work with more people in this neighborhood in Boone County and Newton County where I live, and because out of the state, I've lived all over the state, and the people I meet here, we still wave at each other. We still greet each other. Me and you've known each other for years, and I love that. And I want kids, even if they're from Little Rock, where they're not used to something like that, I want them to come here and see this atmosphere, see how our hometown is, and really understand how neighbors can be.
Yeah, you know, we are fortunate that we live in an area, small town community here. Our communities in around the area, people are very giving. You know, we're fortunate with people. If somebody's got their hand out, there's usually somebody there to help if it's a legitimate thing.
Yes,
and that's something to be proud of. You know, this is a great place to raise a family. Unfortunately, some of these children were not in a situation, they had no control over what the situation was, but they're in a situation where they need somebody to give them some love and some care and so forth. These kind of programs, I think, are really just a building block, and if the blocks stay in place as they go forward, these young people can turn out to be parents of their own someday and in the workforce and
exactly.
have a productive life. So
you're exactly right, and that's something that I want these kids to see. I grew up in small town Arkansas, and I want these kids to grow up and have the same thing, and that's why the people of this county and Newton County, the loving families, they need to show that and be a part of that.
Well, we appreciate you coming in today and talking about this. Bobby Ingalls talking about therapeutic foster care. They're a part of Health Resources of Arkansas. They're located on Highway 7 South, just right past the Scenic 7 Motel on the left out there. If you'd like to go find out more, give them a call.
Yeah, they can call me. They can call me or Cindy.
Just give them one number. What do you got?
704-8063. You can call, ask for Bobby or Cindy. We're more than happy to help.
Answer questions, and then you might even want to have them come out and meet with you and so forth. So if you can help out with foster care, therapeutic foster care is a great program that can certainly make a difference in these young people's lives. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Hope everything goes good for you. If we can help you in the future, give us a call.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on Connection today. We hope you got some information out of the show. We appreciate it. We'll see you again next time.
KTKO Channel 8 Harrison. Local television worth watching.